Hey, you thieving bastards. You guys want to do it in my car? I never do it in the car. I hate when people do it in the car. Guess what? I'm doing it in the car. It's like, dude, I couldn't even imagine. You know you're old when you don't want to do it in a car anymore, right? Like, you're young, you don't give a fuck, dude. Any excuse. Like, we're doing it in the car. I had a fucking... Check this out. What's the smallest car you ever fucked in? I did it in a Pontiac Fiero. You know what those are? It's literally a two-seater. There's not even a back seat. Like, I couldn't even put a fucking speaker system in there because there's no room behind the front seat and passenger seat. That's literally all it is. Tiniest little car ever, dude. Yeah. Anyway, but you know you're getting old, right? Because like I would never think about that in the car. I'd be like, in the car, are you fucking crazy? I spent fucking, I don't know, 20 something minutes in a tree cutting one fucking limb. Well, I had a bunch of little sprouts and shit though, and I had one like uncomfortable fucking stick going up my ass. I just, there's no way avoiding it. I had to sit on this thing. It was the only safe place to be to make my cut. And it's like, yeah, that's life, dude. I couldn't even imagine trying to fuck in a car. You're definitely gonna have the seatbelt thing up your ass. Just a lot of stuff, dude. It's just like, come on, dude. You know what I mean? Plus, you get older and oh, excuse me. People fart on stream all the time. That's the thing to do, right? It's like I guess I could burp. Plus, I'm drinking caffeine, which is like, why are you doing that? Why do you do that to yourself? It's like I'm fine, dude. I'm cool. I used to say the same thing about speedballs, you know, and I was all into that. It's like you're cool, dude. You were Gucci. And why did you have to add something to it? And you add something that gets you going so fast, you have to add something to bring you down, and you're like aiming for this middle thing. And like, so let me get this right. You spent all that time and money just going for even where you started out in the first place? Like, right? So what are we talking about? I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. Dude, this is the first time I've got to sit down in a couple minutes. And I'm like, okay, well, let's do a paper check, dude. I've been doing all this running around, and I'm like, the fact that you don't want to do that, Eljo, and that you haven't gone and done any bookkeeping says it all, dude, because you know what the fuck you're doing. And I went and checked, and it's like, I would have liked to have a grand. I don't know, dude. It's a lot of work, dude. Now we're working against ourselves. Everything's more expensive and more shittier. Am I right? This isn't a complaint stream, dude. It's not what I got on for. But it just seems like the materials of the things we're buying are very fucking shitty, dude. You know? They made things out of metal back in the old days when they came out. And it was built to last. And then when there was competition and people walking around things, kicking the tires and checking it out, then really get into eye fucking things and picking them apart, you were left with a tremendous product. I was under the impression that's what made capitalism work. The part they didn't account for is that greed never gets better, dude. It always gets worse, right? I just think of myself. What is the most greediest? You're like, Elder, you're greedy? Oh, oh, I'm greedy, dude. You could be the most righteous person in the world. Everybody has a fucking a trigger or a weakness. Okay, mine was drugs and alcohol. And what are we talking about again? Fuck, I don't even remember. Well, we're talking about. Okay, I fucking totally forgot. Oh my. I haven't had a day off in a long time, dude. And this is like the first time I'm like, just like sit here. My son's on a field trip. I'm like, I don't have to do anything. I'm just gonna sit in the car. Competition. We're talking about competition and greed, and drugs is the one thing that I'm greedy with. Okay, that's why I don't do drugs anymore, right? And the prescribed medications, I'm trying to like wean those down and get off because I'm greedy with it. I notice even the prescribed medications, it's never enough. You always want to slip that extra in there, or you have to check yourself because it's how we are as human beings. And on hardcore drugs, I notice for myself, even when I'm being sat down, told, checked, you could like let out a fucking formula and a path and hold you by the hand and everything. But ultimately, it comes down to one thing, dude, and one thing only. And that is me personally. I have to be locked in a cage until that shit is totally out of your system, and then we could try over again. So, And that's me, dude. And I consider myself a pretty self-aware, pretty righteous person. I try to be, you know what I mean? And I find I don't even have to try a lot of times. It's just who I am. So, even that being said, dude, I have a problem with greed when it comes to drugs and alcohol. And so, untapped, unbridled, unaware, or you are aware and you don't give a fuck, you just give me mine and fuck you, that type of greed that's out there and running the world has been unchecked for a long time. And the time is coming, dude, because the product is not going to sell, or people are going to start manufacturing themselves in smaller units, and we're all paying out the ass anyway. So you want to pay for something that's going to last a long time, or keep paying out the ass for this crap that just falls apart, dude? And then the World War III thing. If that happens, dude, our politicians talked about it for a long time, saying that we were going to be a high-tech feudal system. And the only reason that we're not completely fucking wasteland is because of our geopolitical position. We're isolated, dude. Turtle Island, you know? Straight up, dude. See, isn't that crazy that our ancestors knew without knowing? They knew, dude, that we were on a fucking island, totally isolated from the rest of the world, the Americas. So it's gonna happen, dude. Who would have thought? I guess we all kind of thought, right? You'd have been like, dude, World War III has a damn good chance of happening. It's fucking Russia and America. Who the fuck would have thought? In the 80s, yeah, you would have thought of that. But then it was like, it all went away. And now we're really like, really, dude? Really? If we are, dude, it's going to be back to riding horses. It's going to be a high-tech feudal system. That's what a lot of the politicians were saying. They were saying of when Obamacare came out, if we go down this path of communism or a socialism, what they call it, then we're going to be living in a high-tech feudal system because the whole system is going to collapse, and the fucking infrastructure, it's, you know, they're basically saying it's run by greed monsters, and you know, supported by greed monsters, and when they're gone, then you're not going to have anybody to run these systems, and you're going to be back to the old-fashioned horse and buggy and, you know, landlord and serf kind of shit. I mean, luckily, hopefully they don't fuck up the West Coast, man, because it's a pretty good place to be. We'll be able to grow, you know? Scary, though, dude, because nobody wants to live like that. I've done it, dude. The people out in Slab City are doing it. You don't want to have to live like that. They're doing it because it's the end of the rope, the end of the line. Or society is too, they don't want to do what I'm doing, which is killing yourself for nothing, right? Or for $35 t-shirts, bro. It's like, dude, nobody's in, like, Gucci t-shirt, dog? All you're saying, dog, is like, paid $35 for a t-shirt. That's what only people like, oh, fake Gucci shit. It's like, what fake, bro? Like, it's just a t-shirt, dog. I'm not rocking the fucking three-piece suit, bro, which they do have. Like, that's a fucking boss. You know what I mean? Just a $35 t-shirt, dog, that's kind of a boss, right? I'm just not gonna do it anymore, dude. I'm not gonna walk around in filthy fucking rags. I used to do it because I could go home, take a shower, and wash it away and leave it away, and then I was left with a fucking sack, dude, or the bag, bro, or some bands, homie. And now it's like all that slowly went away. And it was like, okay, well, now you have to move far away if you still want to work here. Everybody's like on the outskirts. And then now, okay, so we did that, and then now it's like, now you can't get to where you need to go because the gas is becoming so expensive. It's like, dude, they're just gonna pimp us any way they can, dude. It's like somebody was explaining the Federal Reserve System, and our founding forefathers did not work like that. They got away from something that was similar to that, and then here we fucking recreated that in the 20s and 30s, and then the issuance of a social security number, that's basically a slave number, dude, that you're going to be taxed, and they have a certain dollar value on you, dude, and they know exactly what that is, just like the credit score and the banks. And fucking that got fucked with when everybody like dropped off, like the great recession or whatever they called it, right? And then you got hit with the pandemic, right? So it was like they were trying to fuck with us. Like, oh, okay, you don't want to work anymore, you guys? Okay, well, fucking eat shit then. Now you can't leave the house. And so, and then now, like, people are just like, oh, really? Well, we're just going to leave the house. Fuck it. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys something else, too. Every world changing leader, like Martin Luther King Jr., Mahatma Gandhi, like real people, dude, that didn't do destruction, not madmen, but real fucking people, they all said the same thing, dude. Non-violent civil disobedience. And that's kind of what we did. People are like, fuck it, we're not going to do this anymore. Now you're telling us that, like, we're not going to get anything out of it? Like, even your money's worthless, everything. It's like, so what are they doing? Like, it's something weird's going on, man. Just weird. It's like the slave masters. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about this. The slave masters are in a war with each other. And that's true. And look at all the funny shit that was going on with everybody. Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden, even the Trumps. Everybody has like some weird shit in the Ukraine. Don't you think that's weird? There's always something to the bigger picture, man. You know what's sad? This is what's sad, dude. Is that on TikTok you see a lot of these videos, dude, of people with the troops and things happening, and you see like, yeah, like they show a Russian missile, dude, that hits way over yonder and it sends a shockwave. It's unbelievable, man. It breaks all this fucking glass and it's like whoa, dude. You know, kind of cool. But then you hear children crying and you think like, damn, dude, what it's like to be that scared, dude, as a kid, and there is no security and safety. And plus women, bro. Women are all about like security, dude, and nesting. And I'm just saying, bro, like think about that shit. Think about that, bro. That's what they're going through for because people's fucking slave masters are fucking with their slaves, or they're playing with their money, or jockeying for position. It's just weird, dude. But Bill Barr said it, and it was the best. He said, what if everybody in the army just quit? Just everybody, every army, all in the world. Like, we're not going to fight today, dude. We're just not. Maybe that's why they got their finger on the button, dude. Scary, dude. Scary, crazy. Anyway, hey, thanks for that, sunshine, El Joe. I just jumped on because I haven't been on in a while because, dude, I just really haven't had anything to talk about. I've kind of been, like, just working, dude. I've been busting my ass just to not fucking, I don't know, dude. It's overwhelming, dude. Whatever. It's really not, dude. All of our problems are inside of our own head. It's the truth, dude. Everything could fall apart tomorrow. I'd still be okay, dude. I'd ride a horse or walk. It's like, Joe, why you gotta ride a horse, bro? I thought you had a bike. I do. I think they're spraying some in the air too, you guys. Because check this out, dude. I'm not gonna be able to get it. I'm not even gonna try with this fucking camera, but let's just see what it looks like. Oh shit, yeah, okay, never mind. So this like fog comes in, dude, like this vapor. Alright? And it's weird. Because it looks like it's boiling from underneath. Have you guys seen that? It's like these weird like teardrop, almost like a bowl, or like a giant like vape drop of cloud vapor, dude. It's crazy, dude. It's like a bunch of balls. You're looking up at them from underneath. It's just like this flat layer, dude. It's weird. I seen the Navy ship out there, because the Navy ships come out in front, right in Playas, man. They do maneuvers and stuff. And they have this fucking thing, dude. Have you guys seen those jetpacks? It's a water jetpack that you stand on. They cost a few $1,000. You hook them up to a Sea-Doo if you have a Sea-Doo or a jet ski. And then from that, it uses the engine to suck water through a tube and blow it out through two jets that you're standing on. And it's got like about a, I don't know, 50, 60, maybe 75 foot cord. So you can stand up and fly on these jets. I've seen guys go out a little bit and kind of float back, and you know, there's plane on them and whatever. The Navy has one of those. Doesn't have a guy on it though. It's just attached to this craft and it drives around the Navy ship, blowing out the vape cloud from hell, dude. It's cool. And it makes like a cloud, dude, that fucking covers the ship. It's really cool. On a foggy day, it would be the fucking ultimate, dude. But like on a not foggy day, it's just like this funny kind of like suspicious looking cloud that's just sitting on the water, like fucking driving around and shit, with a diesel engine humming noise coming from it and shit. You know what I mean? Pretty funny, but no, on a foggy night or something, it's cool. But I'm just saying they have the technology, dude, to do those vape fucking apparatuses. And it's like, dude, there's like this vape fucking cloud shit that comes in. Because think about it. If you're gonna bomb somebody and you're looking at a satellite, you're like, I'm gonna bomb you. Like, let's put it right there. But you can't see because it's all fucking white. Think about it, dude. Think about it. Kind of like, okay, it's an ominous ship, right? It looks crazy. And it's a fucking floating cloud. But you know something's there, but you don't know where, dude. So you could shoot your missile and it might go through the front, it might miss, it might hit the part of the deck. Like you're not aiming, you're not be able to get it right in the fucking heart where you want it. So it does work, dude. And I think that's what they're doing. It would appear to me that that's what they're doing. Because, dude, we're sending those planes over there. Putin already said, if we fucking anybody that attacks a Russian plane in the sky or anywhere, be it Ukraine or anywhere in the world that any Russian Federation military craft becomes attacked, that's considered an act of war, and they're gonna let him fly. That's what he said. So he's the guy that bluffed though at the fucking when they tore the Berlin Wall down. Did you guys know that the Berlin Wall, when it came down and all the cameras were there, go back in YouTube, it is famous footage, you could see it. Well, they had a Soviet office attached to that shit, right? Because they were the ones that built that wall. Well, guess what? When they were tearing the wall down, somebody was like, let's go tear the Soviet building down. Yeah, and everybody's like, yeah. And one guy in uniform came out of the embassy and he approached the crowd and he said, look, I've got soldiers in there. We're armed and we're definitely going to shoot to kill. First people that come through that gate, dude. And it might be thousands of y'all overrun, but the first ones are getting killed. Just know that, dude. This guys should just go away. And they dispersed. You could see it, dude. They actually like, oh, okay, well, let's go back to tearing the wall down. Ah. Well, that guy, that Russian guy, was Vladimir Putin, dude. A young Putin. And check this out. He was alone in that fucking building with no fucking bullets. And it worked. Yep. So just remember that shit, dude. That's who you're dealing with here. And somebody said today, Russians are everything. They're a lot of things. They're this, they're that. But they're not suicidal, dude. They're not. They're just smart, dude. That's why they fucking pride themselves on playing chess. And you know it, dude. Every international calculating spy is always stereotypically Russian, right? It's true, dude. Just don't fuck with Moose and Squirrel, dude, and we're Gucci. I found out that Moose and Squirrel are Canadian. I'm like, okay, does that count? Does that make you feel the same about Moose and Squirrel? Anyway, hey, you better just share some of your water with the rest of us, Canada, if it comes down to it. Stay Gucci, you guys. Go get a 50-pound sack of pinto beans, 25-pound sack. Yeah, if you're smart, you get 2 of them. And then get you a few jugs of water, dude, and put them up. That's all you need right there to survive. Very high in protein. And there's also good kinds of fat. There's like, you could throw rocks at cats and pigeons if you really fucking need fat and protein that bad. But those beans will keep you alive, dog. And it'll give you energy to do missions to get other shit, which is what you better do. Don't be laying up. Anyway, hopefully the internet still works. Fuck, dude. How about that? They're also like, they got their TikTok shut off. That sucks. That right there would be enough where they say, well, if everybody, would everybody turn on Vladimir Putin and be like, fuck, we were doing so good. We don't need this shit. If their internet's turned off, maybe. Anyway. Stay fucking golden, you guys. Hey, the Migos say, they talk about the pop-up, dude. You're talking about the pop-up, dog, in terms of like Versace shit, Gucci. The pop-up. That's a real thing, dog. I found the pop-up. People get Gucci shit, Versace shit. I don't know whether they rob a motherfucking store or something. Who cares? But they pop up with the shit. And then that's what you do, dude. And you get their personal number. It's the plug, dog. The pop-up. It's cool. Amigos talk about that. There was something else, too. I just remembered right now. Oh, fuck. I'll forget. I'll remember. Oh, yeah. Life is about that kind of shit. Never mind. Anyway. Stay fucking golden, you guys. Go get your 50-pound sack of fucking beans, dude. And some water and stash it. Just in case. Dude, and most importantly, nothing's stopping you from staying golden. Showers.